Disasters have a sneaky way of catching us off guard, flipping our normal routines upside down in the blink of an eye. Surviving these unexpected events comes down to one thing: preparing ahead of time. And here's the deal: there are 17 must-have items that could be tough to find when disaster strikes. So, your smartest move? Get your hands on them right now. First, let's break down the 5 basic necessity survival items you must have. Starting off with item 1, clean water. Without it, survival is impossible. Water is the sustainer of life, the most basic and crucial resource for human survival. Did you know that a person can only survive for about 3 days without it? In a disaster situation, clean drinking water might not always be readily available. Having a supply of clean water or the means to purify it is a top priority. Ensure you have an adequate supply of water. Specifically, experts advise storing at least 1 gallon of water per person per day for a minimum of 3 days. This guideline is crucial for several reasons and applies to various needs beyond just quenching thirst. For a family of 5, this means having at least 15 gallons of water readily available. This stored water is essential not only for drinking, but also for sanitation and cooking. Imagine everyday activities such as brushing your teeth, cleaning your body, washing dishes, or even boiling pasta for a meal. These tasks, often taken for granted, become challenging without a reliable water source. Securing this water supply is surprisingly straightforward and affordable. Many find that purchasing bottled water in bulk can be cost-effective, with prices as low as $1 per gallon at many grocery stores. Storing these bottles in a closet or another cool, dark place ensures that you have a vital resource at hand in case of an emergency. This preparation is particularly relevant in scenarios where access to clean drinking water is compromised. Consider the impact of natural disasters on your water supply. An earthquake, for example, could rupture the water lines in your area, cutting off your access to clean water. Similarly, hurricanes and floods pose a significant risk of contaminating local water sources. For those relying on well water, a power outage could possibly render your pump inoperative, halting the flow of clean water to your home. In these instances, the importance of having a stored water supply cannot be overstated. The second essential item is non-perishable food. In times of disaster, access to fresh food may be cut off. Non-perishable food items like canned goods, dried fruits, and nuts can provide the necessary energy and nutrients to keep you going. We'd recommend having at least 3 days of non-perishable food for each of your family members. Imagine a sudden storm hits, or there's a power outage that lasts for days. Having a plan means you're not just surviving, you're a step ahead, ensuring your family stays fed and healthy until things get back to normal. Let's say you've got a lively household of 5. You're looking at needing around 45 meals to keep everyone happy and well-fed over 3 days. It might sound like a lot, but it's totally doable with a bit of know-how. First off, think about stocking up on basics like oatmeal, pasta, and a variety of canned goods. These items are your best friends in the pantry. Oatmeal's great for breakfast, packed with fiber and super filling. Pasta? It's a crowd pleaser and can be whipped up into a hearty meal with just about anything from your pantry. And canned goods? Think fruits, veggies, beans, and meats. They're invaluable. They're ready to eat, packed with nutrients, and can be turned into a meal in no time. Then there's the option of MREs, or meals ready to eat. These packs are calorie bombs designed to fuel the body in demanding situations. One MRE can have up to 2,000 calories, making them perfect for sharing. They might not win any gourmet awards, but they're a solid choice when you need something substantial and quick. Plus, their shelf life is unbeatable. If you're looking for something that lasts, consider investing in a bucket of freeze-dried food. These buckets are packed with meals that only need water to come back to life. They're perfect for storing away for a rainy day, literally, and can last for decades. Next up, we have shelter. Imagine a disaster hits and your home is left uninhabitable or completely destroyed. Scary, right? That's where having a temporary shelter comes in handy, like a tent or a tarp. These can protect you from the elements and give you a sense of security. The fourth basic necessity survival item is a first aid kit. Imagine someone in your family accidentally gets a cut or a burn. During a disaster, going to a hospital or clinic might not be an option, or it could be dangerous to even try. That's where having a well-stocked first aid kit comes in. You want one that includes bandages of various sizes, antiseptic wipes, antibiotic ointment, pain relievers, allergy medication, scissors, tweezers, and maybe even a manual on basic first aid procedures. But it's not just about having these supplies. It's also a good idea for at least one person in your household to have some basic first aid knowledge. There are plenty of free resources online or community courses through organizations like the Red Cross that can prepare you for minor medical issues that might arise. And here's a pro tip. Check your first aid kit regularly. Make sure none of the items have expired and replenish anything you've used. It's one of those things you hope you never need to use, but you'll be so grateful to have if the situation arises. Next, let's talk about communication devices. In a disaster, it's crucial to stay informed about the situation and be able to call for help if needed. A hand crank or solar-powered radio can provide updates and emergency instructions. A charged mobile phone, preferably with a backup power source, can be used to call for help or to check on loved ones. These 5 essential items for survival may seem basic, but their importance cannot be overstated. Let's keep it going with some tactical survival items you must have for any emergency situation. Item 6. A source of light. When disaster strikes, darkness is not your friend. When the power goes out, the world plunges into a chilling blackness that can turn even the familiar into the unknown. That's why having a reliable and durable source of light is crucial, such as a solar-powered lantern or a hand-crank flashlight. These lights can be a beacon of hope in the darkest hours, helping you navigate your surroundings and stay safe. Next up, we have fire starters. Now, a campfire isn't just for roasting marshmallows and telling spooky stories. It's a lifeline in a disaster. It provides warmth, a way to cook food, and a deterrent against wild animals. But without matches, lighters, or a fire starter kit, you might find yourself in a cold and hungry predicament. That's why having reliable fire starters is essential for your survival kit. Item 8 is a multi-tool. This is like the Swiss Army knife of survival items. It's a knife, a can opener, a pair of pliers, and more, all wrapped up in one compact package. With a multi-tool in your pocket, you'll feel like you've got a tiny toolbox at your disposal. In the midst of an emergency, you might find yourself needing to turn off utilities, make minor repairs, or simply open canned goods if a can opener isn't readily available. This is where a sturdy, reliable multi-tool becomes invaluable. It combines several tools in one compact device, including pliers, screwdrivers, knives, and sometimes even a small saw or a file. The versatility of a multi-tool means you're prepared for a wide range of tasks, without needing to store or search for individual tools. When selecting a multi-tool, consider one that feels comfortable in your hand and includes tools you're most likely to need. Some models are designed with specific scenarios in mind, such as camping or fishing, while others are more general purpose. Now let's move on to item 9. In a world without GPS and Google Maps, a physical map and compass become essential. They might seem old-fashioned, but these tools will keep you on track when digital devices fail. In times of emergency or when technology isn't available, having a physical map and compass can be a lifesaver. A map allows you to understand your surroundings and plan your route effectively, while a compass helps you maintain direction even when landmarks are unfamiliar. These simple tools provide a reliable backup for navigation, ensuring you can find your way to safety no matter the circumstances. Item 10 is personal hygiene items. In a disaster, cleanliness isn't just about comfort. It's about staying healthy. Hand sanitizer, soap, toothpaste, and other personal care items can prevent illness and infection, helping you stay strong when you need it most. In the chaos that follows a disaster, maintaining personal hygiene can significantly impact your comfort, morale, and health. Just like with the first aid kit, the goal here is to ensure you can maintain a semblance of normalcy and prevent any hygiene-related illnesses when access to everyday conveniences might be disrupted. Then we have cash or barter items. When the power grid is down, your credit cards and online banking won't be of any use. I know we're all about those digital transactions, swiping cards and using phone apps for pretty much everything these days. But imagine this: the power's out. ATMs are just fancy metal boxes, and card machines at the store are nothing more than paperweights. That's when having some cash on hand can feel like striking gold. It's not just about buying essentials like food or water. Let's say you need to pay for a ride, chip in for a generator, or even just grab some candles from the corner store. Cash is king in these scenarios because it's accepted everywhere. No power required. And how much to keep? Well, that's the million-dollar question, isn't it? There's no one-size-fits-all answer, but the general vibe is to have enough to cover basics for a few days. Think about what you'd need to buy if you couldn't swipe a card or tap your phone for a week. Stashing away cash might seem a bit old school, but in an emergency, it's one of those things that can go from, "Why do I even have this?" to, "Thank goodness I thought ahead," real quick. So next time you're at the bank or getting cash back at the grocery store, maybe set a little aside for your emergency stash. Trust me, if you ever need it, you'll be patting yourself on the back for being so clever. Now let's delve into 6 more essential items that can bring comfort and ease during challenging times. Item 12, personal protection. In a disaster, it's every person for themselves. Now this isn't just about scaring you. It's about being prepared and ensuring your safety. You don't have to go full Rambo, but having something like pepper spray, a sturdy pocket knife, or even a whistle to signal for help can make a big difference in keeping you safe. Moving along to item 13, a sturdy backpack. This is your lifeline, your mobile storage unit. It needs to be durable, comfortable, and spacious enough to carry your essentials. Look for something with multiple compartments and adjustable straps. Remember, you might be carrying this for hours on end, so comfort is key. Next up, item 14. A survival guide. Knowledge is power, folks. A good survival guide can teach you how to find food, build shelter, and navigate your way to safety in a disaster scenario. Google won't always be there to save the day, so having a physical survival guide can be invaluable. Item 15. Vital documents. Yeah, I know it sounds a bit bureaucratic, but hear me out. Imagine you're in a situation where you need to evacuate your home. Maybe there's a flood, a wildfire, or some other urgent disaster. In the rush of things, you're not going to be thinking about grabbing your passport, birth certificate, or insurance policies. But having those documents can be crucial in the aftermath. So what's the move here? Well, it's actually pretty simple. Take a little time to gather up those vital documents. IDs, insurance info, medical records, bank account details, and anything else that feels like a nightmare to replace. Then, make copies. Don't just make physical copies. Go digital too. Scan them or take clear photos and store them somewhere safe online, like in a secure cloud storage service. That way, even if your physical copies go up in smoke or get washed away, you've got backups that are as close as the nearest internet connection. And for the physical copies, pop them into a waterproof, fireproof container. They're not too pricey and can save you a world of headaches. This container doesn't need to be anything fancy. It just needs to keep those documents safe from the elements. Item 16. Spare clothing. It may seem obvious, but it's often overlooked. Pack a few changes of clothes suitable for all weather conditions. Staying dry and warm can be the difference between life and death. And item 17. Comfort items. This could be a favorite book, a family photo, a deck of cards, something to keep your spirits up in a disaster. Mental resilience is just as important as physical strength. Remember, having these items is one thing. Knowing how to use them is another. Just as a carpenter needs to know how to wield a hammer, we too must be adept at using our survival tools. Let's consider a simple example, a compass. It's a small, unassuming device, but it can mean the difference between life and death in a survival situation. If you don't understand the basic principles of navigation, a compass is nothing more than a pretty trinket. It's not the compass that will save you. It's the knowledge of how to use it. The same principle applies to all our survival items. A first aid kit can treat injuries and prevent infections, but only if we understand basic medical procedures. A fire starter can keep us warm and cook our food, but only if we've mastered the art of fire making. While knowing what to do and what to stockpile when disaster hits is important, it's even more important to know what not to do in situations like these. Click the video on screen now to learn more about the 7 things to avoid when disaster strikes.